I've been to the zoo. I said I've been to the zoo. Mister, I've been to the zoo.
What? I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
I went to the zoo, and then I walked until I came here. Have I been walking north?
North? Why, I think so. Let me see.
Is that Fifth Avenue?
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
And what is that cross street there? That one to the right.
That? Oh, that's 74th Street.
And the zoo is around 65th Street. So, I've been walking north.
Yes, it would seem so.
Good old north.
Huh.
But not due north.
Well, no, not due north, but we call it north. It's northerly.
Do you mind if we talk?
Why, no.
Yes, you do. You do.
No, really, I don't mind.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't mind at all. Really.
Is there anything else I should know?
There are 2 parakeets. One for each of my daughters.
Birds.
My daughters keep them in a cage in their bedroom.
Do they carry disease? The birds?
I don't believe so.
That's too bad. If they did, you could set them loose in the house and the cats could eat them and die, maybe. And what else? What do you do to support your enormous household?
I have an executive position with a small publishing company. We publish textbooks.
That sounds nice. Very nice. What do you make?
Now look here.
Oh, come on.
Well, I make around $200,000 a year, but I don't carry more than $40 at any one time, in case you're a hold-up man.
What's your name? Your first name?
I'm Peter.
I'd forgotten to ask you. I'm Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
And let's see now. What's the point in having a girl's picture, especially in 2 frames? I have 2 picture frames, you remember. I never see the pretty ladies more than once, and most of them wouldn't be caught dead in the same room with a camera. It's odd, and I wonder if it's sad.
The girls?
No. I wonder if it's sad that I never see the little ladies more than once. I've never been able to have sex with, or how you put it, make love to anybody more than once. Once. That's it. Oh, wait. For a week and a half, when I was 15 and I hang my head in shame that puberty was late, I was a homosexual. I mean, I was queer. Queer, with the bells ringing, banners snapping in the wind, and for those 11 days, I met at least twice a day with the park superintendent's son, a Greek boy, whose birthday was the same as mine, except he was a year older. I think I was very much in love. Maybe just with sex. But that was the jazz of a very special hotel, wasn't it? And now, oh, do I love the little ladies. Really, I love them. For about an hour. All right. The story of Jerry and the dog. What I'm going to tell you has something to do with how sometimes it's necessary to go a long distance out of the way in order to come back a short distance correctly. Or maybe I only think that it has something to do with that. But it's why I went to the zoo today, and why I walked northerly, rather, until I came here. Alright, the dog, I think I told you, is a black monster of a beast. An oversized head, tiny ears, and eyes. Bloodshot. Infected, maybe. And a body you can see the ribs through the skin. The dog is black. All black. All black except for the bloodshot eyes, and yes! And an open sore on its right forepaw that is red, too. And, oh, yes, the poor monster, and I do believe it's an old dog. It's certainly a misused one. Almost always has an erection. Of sorts. That's red, too. And, oh, what else? Oh, yes! There's a gray, yellow, white color, too, when he bares his fangs. Like this. Which is what he did when he saw me for the first time. The day I moved in. I worried about that animal the very first minute I met him. Now, animals don't take to me like St. Francis had birds hanging off him all the time. What I mean is, animals are indifferent to me. Like people. Most of the time. But this dog wasn't indifferent. From the very beginning, he'd snarl, and then he'd go for me to get one of my legs. Not like he was rabid, you know. He was sort of a stumbly dog, but he wasn't half-assed either. It was a good, stumbly run. But I always got away. Got a piece of my trouser leg. Look, you could see, right there, where it's mended. He got that the second day I lived here. But I kicked free, and I got upstairs fast, so that's that. I still don't know, to this day, how the other rumors manage it. But you know what I think? I think it had to do only with me. Cozy. So, anyway, this went on for over a week, whenever I came back in. But never when I went out. That's funny. Or, it was funny. I could pack up and live in the street for all the dog cared. Well, I thought about it up in my room one day, one of the times after I'd bolted up the stairs, and I made up my mind. I decided, first, I'll kill the dog with kindness. And if that doesn't work, I'll just kill him. Don't react, Peter. Just listen. So, the next day, I went out and I bought a bag of hamburgers. Medium rare. No catsup, no onion. And on the way home, I threw away all the rolls and kept just the meat. When I got back to the rooming house, the dog was waiting for me. I half opened the door that led into the entrance hall, and there he was, waiting for me. It figured. I went in, very cautiously, and I had the hamburgers. You remember, I opened the bag, and I set the meat down about 12 feet from where the dog was snarling at me, like so. He snarled, stopped snarling, sniffed, moved slowly, then faster toward the meat. Well, when he got to it, he stopped, and he looked at me. I smiled, but tentatively, you understand. He turned his face back to the hamburgers, smelled, sniffed some more, and then like that! He tore into them. It was as if he'd never eaten anything in his life before except like garbage. Which very well might be the truth. I don't think the landlady ever eats anything but garbage. But he ate all the hamburgers almost all at once, making sounds in his throat like a woman. Then, when he'd finished the meat, the hamburger, and tried to eat the paper too, he sat down and smiled. I think he smiled. I know cats do. It was a very gratifying few moments. Then, BAM! He snarled and made for me again. He didn't get me this time, either. So I got upstairs and I lay down on my bed and started to think about the dog again. To be truthful, I was offended. And I was damn mad, too. It was 6 perfectly good hamburgers with not enough pork in them to make it disgusting. I was offended. But after a while, I decided to try it for a few more days. If you think about it. This dog had what amounted to an antipathy toward me. Really. And I wondered if I mightn't overcome this antipathy. So I tried for 5 more days. But it was always the same. Snarl, sniff, move, faster, stare, gobble, blah, 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 smile, snarl, bam! Well, now, by this time, Columbus Avenue was strewn with hamburger rolls, and I was less offended than disgusted. So, I decided to kill the dog. Fight for it, then. Defend yourself. Defend your bench.
You've pushed me to it. Get up and fight.
Like a man?
Yes, like a man. If you insist on mocking me even further.
I'll have to give you credit for one thing. You are a vegetable, and a slightly nearsighted one, I think.
That's enough!
But you know, as they say on TV all the time, you know, and I mean this, Peter, you have a certain dignity. It surprises me.
Stop!
Very well, Peter. We'll battle for the bench. But we're not evenly matched.
You're mad! You're stark raving mad! You're going to kill me?!
There you go. Pick it up. You have the knife, and we'll be more evenly matched.
No!
You pick up that knife and you fight with me! You fight for your self-respect! You fight for that goddamn bench!
No! Let go of me! Help!
You fight, you miserable bastard! Fight for that bench! Fight for your manhood, you pathetic little vegetable! You couldn't even get your wife with a male child!
It's a matter of genetics, not manhood, you monster! I'll give you one last chance. Get out of here and leave me alone.
So be it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Peter. Thank you, Peter. I mean that now. Thank you very much. I came unto you, and you have comforted me. Dear Peter.
Oh my god.
You'd better go now. Somebody might come by, and you don't want to be here when anyone comes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And Peter, I'll tell you something now. You're not really a vegetable. It's all right. You're an animal. You're an animal too. But you'd better hurry now. Peter, hurry, you'd better go. See? Hurry away, Peter. Wait, Peter. Take your book. Book, right here, beside me. On your bench. My bench, rather. Come, take your book. Hurry, Peter. Very good, Peter. Very good. Now, hurry away. Hurry away. Hurry away. Your parakeets are making the dinner. The cats are setting the table.
Oh my god.
Oh